Welcome to my channel. Before we start the video, we will discuss about previous question. So question was, the nurse performs Allen's test on a client scheduled for an arterial blood gas drawn from the radial artery. On the release of pressure from the ulnar artery, color in hand returns after 20 seconds. The nurse should take which actions? So answer is, if pinkness fails to return within 6 to 7 seconds, the ulnar artery is insufficient. This indicates the radial artery should not be used for obtaining a blood specimen. Another site needs to be selected for the arterial puncture and the healthcare provider needs to be notified to the finding. So now we will discuss about important questions related to nutrition. So first question is, the nurse is teaching a client who has iron deficiency anemia about food she should include in the diet. The nurse determines that the client understands the dietary modifications if which item are selected from the menu. Options are nuts and milk, coffee and tea, cooked rolled oats and fish, oranges and dark green leafy vegetables. So answer is D, oranges and green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables are a good source of iron and oranges are a good source of vitamin C, which enhances iron absorption. All other options are not food sources that are high in iron and vitamin C. Question number 2. The nurse instructs a client with chronic kidney disease who is receiving hemodialysis about dietary modifications. The nurse determines that the client understands these dietary modifications if the client selects which item from the dietary menu. Options are cream of wheat, blueberries, coffee, sausage and eggs, banana orange juice, cantaloupe melon tomato juice, cured pork, grapes, strawberries, orange juice. So answer is A, cream of wheat, blueberries and coffee. The diet for a client with chronic kidney disease who is receiving hemodialysis should include controlled amounts of sodium, phosphorus, calcium, potassium and fluids, which is indicated in the correct option. The food items in the remaining options are high in sodium, phosphorus or potassium. So answer is A, cream of wheat, blueberries, coffee can give to these patients. Question number 3. The nurse is conducting a dietary assessment on a client who is on a vegan diet. The nurse provides dietary teaching and should focus on foods high in which vitamin that may be lacking in a vegan diet. Options are vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin E. So answer is B, vitamin B12. Vegans do not consume any animal products. Vitamin B12 is found in animal products and therefore would most likely be lacking in a vegan diet. Vitamins A, C and E are found in fresh fruits and vegetables which are consumed in a vegan diet. Question number 4. A client with hypertension has been told to maintain a diet low in sodium. The nurse who is teaching this client about foods that are allowed should include which food item in a list provided to the client. Options are tomato soup, boiled shrimp, instant oatmeal, summer squash. So answer is D, summer squash. Foods that are lower in sodium include fruits and vegetables, summer squash, because they do not contain physiological saline. Highly processed or refined foods, tomato soup, instant oatmeals are higher in sodium unless their food labels specifically state low sodium. Saltwater fish and shellfish are high in sodium. Question number 5. A client is recovering from abdominal surgery and has a large abdominal wound. The nurse should encourage the client to eat which food item that is naturally high in vitamin C to promote wound healing. Options are milk, oranges, bananas and chicken. So answer is B, oranges. Citrus fruits and juices are especially high in vitamin C. Bananas are high in potassium. Meats and dietary products are two food groups that are high in vitamin B. So now we will discuss about important points related to nutrition. So first point is, always assess the client's ability to eat and swallow and promote independence in eating as much as possible. Point number 2, always consider the client's cultural and personal choices when planning a nutritional intake. Point number 3, provide nutritional supplements such as those high in protein, as prescribed for the client on a liquid diet. Point number 4. Consider the client's disease or illness and how to eat may affect nutritional status. Point number 5. An initial assessment includes identifying allergies and food and medication interactions. Point number 6. Calorie counts to assist in determining the client's total nutritional intake and identify a deficit or excessive intake. So now there is a question for you for critical thinking. So question is, the client has been placed on a fluid restriction due to acute kidney injury. The client complains of thirst and asks what can be done to relieve this discomfort. What measures should the nurse do? Answer will be discussed in the next video.